Hello guys and welcome to Total War Rome 2. This is our first ever replay battle of Rome 2 and I'm fucking excited because this game is just great and the sieges are just great and this is going to be fantastic. So, something to clarify, whereas the past two Total War playlists we were actually experienced with the game when we started doing PvP battles, in this one we have no idea what we're doing at all. This is a 2v2 battle between me and T-Master versus Dr. Dave and someone we found in the Total War streams named Death Ninja. We have no idea what we're doing. I've barely played any of it. T hasn't played any of it. Dave has played a little bit. As far as I'm aware, I think he's played the most out of all of us that are playing, and Death Ninja has played a little bit as well. But for the most part, especially in terms of PvP, none of us have any clue what we're doing. There's your disclaimer. We're a bunch of noobs learning how to play, so you will see some cringe, but we will grow stronger from it. As you see, I'm over here playing as the great desert kingdom of Kush. In front here, I have 2 units of Kushite pikes, because pikes win wars. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 siege towers, heavy siege towers. No, 6, 7, 8. And I came to regret bringing the heaviest possible siege towers. I'm not sure if it's a good thing to bring them, but I learned they're really fucking slow. But they have these little ballistas on them. Kinda. Anyway, so these are just chock full with Shotel warriors. My great reliable frontline infantry, which I learned in this battle upon starting the battle, also have javelins. Fun fact. Armored desert cav over here, and an Ethiopian cavalry over here. Want to bring some skirmishing potential just in case. We got lines of, 2 armored Shotel warriors, the big armored, bigger brother boys of the boys in this tower, and Royal Kushite archers in a line. 4 units because you never know when you'll need archers, but bringing more I feel would be excessive. And I'm already excessive. I'm bringing so many archers. They have a bonus to their archery, but look, it's men and women. See, Africans, we don't discriminate. We send all people to die in the front line. Anyway. God, what was I saying? They're not going to be the best in, like, melee, but as far as I'm aware, they get a good bonus in combat from, using their bows. Damn, these are some fancy bows! Holy shit! And look at it, you just got the clip powers, clipping through walls. Of course, I got my General Royal Kush Guard, Cav, because Cav are great. Let's take a look at T's army over here. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 towers. As you see, we're going for completely different gates. Risky strategy to split up our forces like this, because we can't really assist each other, but I was hoping that it would pan out. We got, what, spears, spear walls, Wobanese spears, Wodanaz spears, and berserkers on a ram. And I told him rams probably are going to suck, and I wouldn't use them if I was him, especially because the gatehouses have oil. And I don't know how to turn oil off, and I wish I did. But he's also he's got a lot of hidden units. Look at this. So, not hidden is 3 more berserkers. Hidden, he's got 3 night hunters, 2, 3, 4 longbow hunters, and there's unhidden 2 noble riders. 3, one of which is the general. None of these units right here can be seen by the enemy, just as we cannot see any of theirs right now because the battle has not started. But you've now seen our forces. I'm playing as Kush. He's playing as... I don't know who he's playing as. Iceni? No? Someone. Anyway, we're gonna get started. We got a 33-minute and 20-second battle. That's insane, having come into commentary from Shogun 2 and Warhammer. That's insane. We already got units showing over here. As you can see, he's actually gone ahead and put a bunch of his units up here at the top. That was one of the ballistas from the towers. They're opening fire immediately. Just starting to snipe some of the hoplites up here. 5 kills already? God, these ballistas are good at that at least. I'm almost tempted to maybe in the future just try leaving the ballistas out here and just like, hey, just fire. Just be like artillery. just do some damage. Especially if someone just leaves troops on the walls like this. Once I saw this, I went, oh, okay, good. He's as noobish as I am if he's doing something like this. He's playing as Massilia. Massilian hoplites. Nice. I wasn't aware that Massilia had hoplites and Celtic slingers. He put a lot of ranged units on the front up here. I also didn't realize how many arrow towers shot when I started this. So the Shotel warriors in this, I was very glad I brought the heavy things. At least just for their protection. But God, it moves so slow. It's like, I mean, look how slow it's going. The archers up here, the slingers, prove to be kind of a nuisance. But look how much damage we've already done with these fucking heavy towers. Maybe I do like heavy towers. Huh. I don't know, leave your comments. You think the heavy towers are good, or you think the little ballista is worth it? I don't know. Anyway, he's turned on like fire arrows and shit. Turned him on our guy over here. 21% fire damage over here. 19%. Looking kind of woo. We're starting to see some units in here. Chariot General, Britain skirmishers. T is approaching the walls as we speak. No units spotted on the walls. Dave's playing a bit more hidden. As he should with ballistas on these towers. Oh, the ballista guy died! So he stopped firing, probably. Oh, that sucks. Maybe I don't like them. I don't know, they did a lot of damage. Maybe I do like them. I can't decide. You decide. We got, finally, our first landing over here. This siege tower is 42% dead, 32%. This one got stuck behind this, which was annoying me. Let's see it. And bam! Shotel warriors jumping onto the walls. More climbing up the little ladders right here. And the battles for the wall have begun. These are against mercenary Gaelic hunters. He should have moved these, but he didn't. As a result, my Shotel warriors are going to just start, demolishing them. These are fully trained frontline warriors, man. Fighting just some mercenary Gaelic hunters. Not ready. Look at it. We're starting to see more troops down here. Hoplites just barricading the front. His general, also a hoplite unit. Interesting choice. All of his units are on the walls. This is insane. And this is some more of his, actually. He's got some cavalry in the back, but for the most part, he put everything on the walls. Seeing this, I decided to go all in on the walls to deal max damage. And looks like all my towers have made it on. As you can see, starting to see some nice fighting on the walls here. More Gaelic hunters, I believe? Yes, more mercenary Gaelic hunters. No match for the Shotel warriors. You can just see more and more spilling out as you look down the line. So cool to look at. Oh, man. His units on the walls are just starting to fall over. Over here we got a more actual fight. Massilian hoplites versus my Gaelic hunters. Fucking Shotel warriors. Oh, did you see that? Impaled by a spear. Luckily, spears are not the best up close in situations like this. Because we're not really charging them. You know, this is just close quarters melee. This is where swords is going to really flourish. Still, units still climbing up the tower. Oh, we're seeing the last of them now. Climbing up. Oh, no, except over here. Look at this. Climbing up the towers and really getting in there. I started moving troops closer, and I made a big mistake at this point. I moved these guys forward thinking they weren't in range of the Celtic slingers, because I'm used to things like Warhammer, where you can see how far the enemies can fire. I did not see their arc, so I didn't think they could fire this far. So I moved the cavalry up here, and at this point I did not realize my cavalry were taking massive losses from slinger fire. Oops! In a few moments, I do notice, and I send them back, but I end up losing, like, 30 units. Yeah, right here. 20 units from each. It's unfortunate. I didn't realize it was kind of a waste. We can see all of Dave's army now, and as you see, T has taken the walls. Dave did not protect his walls at all. He got all the way up here. A bunch of dead guys right here, so I'm assuming, yeah, they just got destroyed by boiling oil. But the gates have been opened. And we have a bunch of his units in here now. Spear walls and night hunters being charged. Charged by Britain skirmishers? What the fuck? I didn't get to look at T's side for any of this. So this is all new to me. Got a bunch of units in here already. A lot of his stealthy units as well. Getting more down here. He even came over here, took this arrow tower over here. He's got a large army waiting for him, but he's just kind of setting up. Oh, here we go. He's starting to charge. That arrow fire raining from above? Where's this coming from? He's shooting over the walls. Maybe not from there. It's the arrow towers. It's the arrow towers. Oh, he's playing his Swaby. Swaby. In case you're curious, he's playing his Swaby. Running into a barricade over here. Set it on fire. Taking it down. Just kind of having a stare-off over here. Let's take a look at my side. I've slowly moved some of my troops up, deciding not to move archers up because I don't need to, because all the enemy units are on the walls. As you see, I've already kind of mopped all this shit up. Look at all the corpses. Didn't really stand a chance. Fighting for the gatehouse here, for the stairway. He's got some archers here. Bit of a nuisance. Got some units pouring through here as well. Same situation over here. Units kind of stacking up. Starting to push units down this way, right here. There's a drawing tool, right? How do I draw? I swear there was a drawing tool. I'm not sure how to use it in a replay, but I am trying to get units down this wall and down this wall. I'm kind of holding these guys off. I wanted to get down these stairways right here, but as we can see right here, the battle is on the stairway. And I can't really push through spears that quickly. Even using Shotel warriors. Especially because look at this giant-ass clump of units they just have here. But I know I'm kind of outmatching them, so I'm happy with that. I do have nothing down here yet. Oh, wait. No. Okay, no, these guys are kind of running. My main goal was just to get units down here right now. Because his general's just waiting for me. I wanted to kind of move up and try to skirmish, but I didn't want to run units into the arrow towers of these archers. Especially while my frontline forces right here, my Shotel warriors, could kind of do this by themselves. He is protecting this wisely, not letting me get downstairs. I haven't gone for this gatehouse because I don't want to get hit by oil. And as it stands, we're just kind of watching some battle. Let's see what T's doing. Finally started a charge here. The spear wall's up against Levy Freeman. I believe he's playing as the Iceni. Sounds about right. Sounds like the only faction he plays. More spear wall against painted ones. Man, I didn't get to see any of this, so it's interesting to see what happened, because I know the result. Sending berserkers in. We're gonna see some fucking heavy losses, I think, from the berserkers. Berserkers are real good in melee. Look at that, already starting to take down units like nobody's business. They're not very armored, but if they're going to do anything well, they're going to kill, especially unarmored units like this. Oh, they're going to slaughter. Look at it. Look at them. They're already starting to take down a fuck ton of units. The arrow tower's firing down here as well. I don't think T changed it away from fire arrows or not. Let's see what's happening on the other sides. Ooh, these guys are faltering for a moment. He did a full fucking commitment charge. He's actually committed most or all of his forces. Very few units in reserves. Look, just noble riders, a single spear wall, and a siege tower have been committed. And his generals back here. He's committed all of his melee forces to battle. I don't think that's wise. The only reason I did that is because all the enemy units were on the walls, and I knew if I beat them here, which I very much outmatched them if I did so, then we were looking at a situation where I didn't need all of these Shotel warriors, especially because I did have some elite units in reserves and some cav as well, not to mention the pikes. I knew I could commit and get away with it. Here, though, with fighting blockades like this, roadblocks, just the sheer amount of units he's thrown into this is a little excessive. Let's see, we got some fighting going on. See, he has his archers opening fire, providing support. It looks like it's going alright, despite his drastic overcommitment. I'm not seeing too much in the way of archer support from the Iceni. Sending up reinforcements, though. Ooh, javelins. Not the best javelin throw. Getting into the front here. Man, just the battles in Rome 2 can be pretty crazy. Oh, what's this? Some painted ones running away. This side is starting to crumble. Or waver. Gotta get out of the Warhammer term. Starting to waver. Woden has spears firing, I guess javelins. Gotten some progress. These guys are moving up along the sides. You see how over here as well, I got some Shotel warriors down here. I very desperately tried to run them through here. It was one of the two that were fighting here. And I did get them through. And here we go. Moving towards the enemies. You're going to see a javelin throw. Here we go. Right into the sides and the backs of these units who are fighting units coming from down here. He is moving his general up to intercept as well and assist. But we got a nice melee fight now between the general, units from this side and this side. Got it. That nice javelin throw as well. This is the general, right? Yes, this is the general. Pretty awesome. Oh, and I got these guys right here are also throwing their javelins down here onto these guys. Trying to soften them up. And now I'm starting to send units more down the walls. My goal is to get down over here and down, take this tower, come out the other side. Get some strategic ownership. He's starting to move the cav up. I'll tell you what he's doing here. What he's been doing is he's charging his cav in to get whatever little bonus he can. And he'll end up charging them out and then charging them back in. Cycle charging, of course, smart idea, but when he has to charge into the rear of his own units, maybe not the best idea. I don't know. I mean, did cause my units to have to fight on another little front right here at least. It just fucking like tapped the ass of the horse. Yeah, he's starting to run the horses away. And once they get far enough away, he's going to run them back in. The fight's going over here. These guys are armored, but the Shotel warriors have delicious amounts of armor piercing. Absolutely delicious. Starting to see a lot of their corpses around here. There's like a squid on his shield. He's not charging him back in yet, but he will. Two very heavy shock cav. Lancers. You don't want that charging into you. How's this going anyway? Oh yeah, the archers up here got cleared up. And now I charged more over here. It's pretty much just down to this little horde, which don't stand a chance against my hoplites. What is this? Oh, they leveled up. Here I come over here, setting my pikes up closer. Still terrified of this oil because I'm not sure how it works. I learned how it works later, and it's unfortunate how it works. Royal Kushite archers are marching up. I am planning to start using them now that I'm capturing the walls. Let's take a look over here. T's units over here, and over here having massive problems. His entire melee front line has been overwhelmed. We saw those reinforcements coming up here. Entire melee front line has been overwhelmed, and now his archers are taking the full brunt of it. Wavering broken spear walls and longbow hunters fighting in melee against painted ones. Other depleted units as well, but terrible situation. Javelins right in the longbow hunters, getting charged. Nothing they can do. Very light missile infantry. There's very heavy melee infantry mixed into this. The sword band, chosen sword band. You don't want to be fighting those, especially not as longbow hunters. Look at the numbers starting to drop. And already running away. And just like that, look at this. Where is his general? Did he lose? No, his general's over here. He charged in noble riders, 58, starting to move around here. And these guys are pretty much dying as well. They're surrounded and pretty much out for the count. It was this point in the battle where it pretty much looked saw this charging at me and I went, wait a minute, T, where's your army? Did you just die? And yes, he did die. In fact, he did. Still the one siege tower left that he hasn't used. These guys are recovering with some of their units, but his general and other cav are charging down here to try to assist me now that he's completely lost his side of the wall. I wasn't able to assist him because I wasn't near him, and vice versa. But at the same time, I've managed to completely fuck with these forces. Over here, his general and his units charging into the Celtic slingers, but also getting charged down by the hippiest lancers. That's not good. Heavy melee cavalry versus very heavy shock cavalry. That charge really shocked these noble riders because they were wavering there for a moment. And I can't help him because I don't have my cav in here yet. More lancers coming in. I don't even have control of the gate yet. Because he put everything on the wall, it's been a slow, arduous battle. Very heavy casualties on his side, but I haven't been able to really get in here yet. That's been going on for like 17 minutes or something like that. Fuck, I don't know. Oh, shit. His units are not quite winning. General's surrounded over here. No other units to support him. Being attacked on both sides. You never want that. Holding in there. Massilian hoplites. Having now archers, Royal Kushite archers on the walls that I put here. Firing down into them. I think once I get my micro back on check, I do end up changing targets to fire at the general. I don't remember when that happens, but I know it happens. I did want these guys sort of dealt with. And I have sent a unit down the wall to take this, as I promised. Got this unit moving down here. I was really hoping to help T and save him, since a very well-off Shotel warrior unit. He saw this and immediately decided we're going to charge it down. And it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts to get charged like that. But I know in sustained battle, my Shotel warriors will of course win. He sent both of his units over here now, just trying to get a charge off, because that's what his lancers are best at. T not trying to give him the room to breathe, charging in to assist. I'm trying to save him. He's trying to help me. Over here, finish this battle. Archers opening fire on the general. Got this unit staying on the gate to keep it captured. I was afraid of how this worked. I don't know what's going to happen when I charge through. And I'm afraid to test the gatehouse. Also, because it's still neutral, I can't get through here yet anyway. I need to kill the general first. This battle's still going. Archers over here as well. I don't think they all have a good line of fire, though. Some on the routing cav. T's general and his other cav have just died. Unfortunately, a terrible blow to the remainder of T's army and to our combined battle efforts. My Shotel warriors being reinforced by more Shotel warriors, so many that the cavalry won't really be able to take it on, especially because now they're extremely depleted, almost dead. My goal is to capture this victory point right here. As it stands, I've pretty much won this wall. Gatehouse is now captured, and it is captured, right? Yes, it's captured. At some point here, I'm going to try to enter. I got the pikes were surrounding this just in case. Just in case he tried to do some massive run out for whatever reason. Moving all my Shotel warriors here up. These ones over here to fight. Dave's army, completely done with T's army, will soon be looking at mine. He's coming over to the gate here to fight. Open up another little tiny front of the stairway. I really want to see when this happens, because I want you guys to see what I learned. I don't know when I choose to try to enter. Oh wait, here we go. Yes, I ran through, and my friendly gate that I captured just fucking burning oiled my own cav and killed them. I found that to be so stupid. Like, no matter what, it's gonna go off, even if you own it. I'm not aware if there's a way to stop that or to turn oil off, but losing an entire cav unit to that made me so upset. Set up a little roadblock over here. Unit's very tired, exhausted. We've been fighting this whole time, of course. Archers firing into these, me not wanting to let them get away, charging them in the rear. Yeah, pushed them right out of here, pushed down the stairs as well. I got dominance of this area. At this point, I'm now terrified to try to come through this gate because I don't know if the oil's going to come down again, so I'm not trying. Started dismounting my cav to try to maybe use the towers because I wasn't sure how it worked. It still saw the oil going off. So annoying. I think there's an amount of it maybe that has to go off. He is getting his units over towards me. Longbow hunters. That which remains in the full spear wall are moving over to me. Just a bunch of skirmishers that are half dead. Another unit retreating down the walls to get into combat with this broken Shotel warrior unit. That's broken, depleted. I have captured this area. These guys over here just staring down here like, fight me, bruh. We've completely destroyed this group over here, and I think I'm setting them up right here. Now, as it stands, a lot of this right now that we're doing is just microing, trying to figure out how to get through this gate that I've captured without it killing all my units. Hence, I was trying to get the pikes in as well, but they kept trying to run in through the gate, and I didn't want them to kill themselves, so I started running them over here to try to get them up, but you can't tell them to individually climb a tower. So I was trying to get them over here, hoping they default to the tower. And I think one of them is doing that here. This one is, I think. I see the oil still going off. Maybe it wasn't even going off. Like, I don't know what to think. Maybe it wasn't even going off because of my own units. Maybe like an enemy unit ran forward at the worst time. I don't think so. I wasn't paying attention to this pike unit, and it ran through anyway. And this is how I learned that for some reason the oil stopped and I could get my units through. I said, oh, thank God. It was at this point I decided to I'm going to decide to remount my cavalry. And it's at that point that T-Master goes, okay, great, well I can get in through the gate and start assisting now. Which is great. Got these units set up in a little roadblock here. T's units and the remainder of Ninja's units are piling up. We've been stuck at this area because I've still been fighting what's been left on the walls. Fighting for the walls is a drudgerous battle without supporting units, and I mean, I wasn't willing to, I don't know, maybe put archers here and risk them being charged down just to kill these guys. I wanted to use their ammo more conservatively for the rest of this battle, because now I knew I had to go up against all of Dave's army. 9 minutes and 34 seconds left in the battle. Damn, these Rome battles are intense to commentate because there's just so much going on. One pike did go up a tower, meaning it's going to take a little longer to get into action where I want it. Here come the cavalry remounting now that I know it's safe. T's units are getting up here trying to block off an area that I haven't really defended. And our enemies are playing on the defensive. They've been playing on the defensive for a very long time. I think that's been a key problem for them at this point, because if Dave came over here while I didn't know what to do with the gate, they could have made quick work of the units I actually had down here and maybe pushed me back. Made my cavalry useless. Unfortunately for them, they chose to sit around, play defensive, and let us dictate the battle. This allowed me to keep killing off these hoplites without much resistance. Just constant fighting over here with the assistance of the tower. Just constantly arrowing them down. Pretty great. It's weird. From the front, you get a flurry of arrows. From the sides, not nearly as much. I'm getting my cav in here now. Fresh as day. Only one's been destroyed. An armored desert cav. Oh, that's right. And I lost half this unit due to a noobish mistake. Ethiopian cavalry still full health. These guys have a ranged attack too. And my general, the Royal Kushite Guard, got the archers off this wall, brought them down here. Only reason these guys are still up here is because I don't own this. At one point, actually, I am going to decide to send them down here. But these guys are going to be stupid and try to run down here, and they end up running into melee combat. Rome 2's siege battles and battles in general and their factions and the way it plays out is Better than any other Total War, guys. Trust me on this. But the pathfinding is stupid as shit. As you see. I noticed this immediately, but these fucking archers sprint way too quick. So a bunch of them just ran right into melee combat, and there was nothing I can do about it. So they just start taking some losses in melee combat. Oh, fucking well. Noobish mistake. I'll learn how to preemptively work around that for the next time. Don't try to put them down here. Put them over here first. That's what I did with these units so that they didn't make the same mistake. Although their charge did make these guys start to waver completely. Look how exhausted all these units are. That's why the battle got so slow. Side note, this music sounds like it's from Lord of the Rings. Still just having a standoff as I'm trying to get my units in position. Man, hopefully you guys have enjoyed me rambling. I'm not used to talking this long in these battles, and we did have a lot of problems in this battle, but I did want to share with you my first ever PvP experience for Total War Rome 2. We got 6.5 minutes left. This battle is going. It's about to get real hectic. With that little time left, you know the engagement is coming. It's coming real soon, especially now that this unit's dead. I hope you guys are ready for this. I hope you guys are ready to see who's going to win this. Balance of power, slightly in our favor, accounting for all my units. From what we can see, they have a decent amount of units. Oh man, some Chosen Spearband, don't want to fight those. His placement of his units could use a lot of work, because he's not quite blocking this area off. Yeah. This is the best placed unit right here. The rest aren't really very well placed, unfortunately. His chariots are fresh. All of his units have had a lot of time to rest. These units have had a lot of time to rest. The units on the walls up here are exhausted. A lot of my units are exhausted. But a good amount of them are also fresh because they've just been sitting outside this whole time or resting while the enemies have played the defensive. Sending one unit over here to take this tower, hoping it will help me and it can provide another pathway for me to get into battle here. It's one of my exhausted units that are coming down here to take it, taking some of the arrow fire as they go. Exhausted. Man, in Rome 2, how tired your units are mean more than like any other one. It's getting started, boys. We're getting in position. I love how these units are all hidden, even though they're right here. I'm starting to move up. He is starting to move in troops to stop me from capping the tower. Chosen Sword Band, elite infantry. My Shotel Warriors, especially exhausted, are no match for them. Chosen Spear Band, also very elite units, moving up. I'm sending in these Shotel Warriors to assist, but even then, they're no match for these kinds of units. And we are outnumbered in this situation. Just sort of sitting here for the time being. I gave T the order to attack at this point, so he's moving forward with his skirmishers, trying to get some skirmishing done. I'm moving up. Shotel Warriors on this side. Moving to the stairs. Moving up. It's getting started in here, boys. It's getting started in hot. Let's go. We got an engagement here. He charges with his spearmen. These guys are going to be fighting these guys, and our units have lost immediately, running away. They were exhausted. They were depleted. That was inevitable up against very heavy melee infantry. Tier 4 units, I believe. Versus my depleted Tier 3. The Shotel Warriors are fighting. They're going to start taking fire from the arrow tower. That's unfortunate. I realize this at some point. I am sending reinforcements. Another depleted unit to assist, just to kind of hold them off here. He's moved back his skirmishers a little bit for whatever reason. He's sending forward his spear wall. Maybe he was afraid for their safety. I got my archers moving up on both sides here. They all have ammo. Not excessive amounts, but a decent amount. Enough to handle the rest of this. We just skirmished the shit out of these guys. He's charging in here with the Chosen Spear Band. Charging Kushite pikes up to make use of the pikes. A lot of archers opening fire. And here's a trick that at this point in time, I was the only one in the game that knew how this trick works. Let me see if I'm actively microing it. Charged in by chosen swordsman. Alright, here we go. Pike's coming out. Now, a lot of Total War Rome people know this trick, but I was the only one in this battle that knew how this worked. That you could put down the pikes, walk them up behind your other forces, and start stabbing past your units without hurting them, making a double layer of defense. And that's what I started doing here. Especially because, as you see, he's going in for a mass charge against me here. Absolutely massive charge. Pike's been keeping all the advancing units at bay. Maybe could have moved them forward another inch. But my Shotel warriors teaming up with the Pikes are holding their ground, killing some of the heretics. Look at all the archer fire coming in, giving assistance. Got them wavering already. One unit just routed. Painted one's coming in to assist. I got this up here with the Shotel warriors. My other Pikes coming around here to form a line. He has some of these here, so no charging down there would be good. He's being advanced on by Celtic slingers. Looks like he's lost a majority of his skirmishers. I don't know how that happened. He must have charged them into melee or something. The spear wall, fresh unit, see no combat, fighting Celtic slingers in melee. Chosen spear band coming in to assist the Celtic slingers. My line over here finally falling apart. I've set up this right here. It was to defend from this side in case T's side fell, but it's going to be used the other way here in a moment. Skirmishers moving up. Yeah, I saw this coming. I was like, alright, so we just got to hold them at bay, give T some time to hold this and do some damage. We've won right here. We've won this. We killed all of them with just arrows, Shotel warriors, and pikes, and taken little to no casualties. Ow! Damn, did you see that? Ow! Chosen swordband with their fucking skirmishing. Getting a lot of archer fire in here, doing good damage. I got my cav around. What I actually did is I ran them up and around here, taking this victory point, getting ready for a charge. He's charging in his chariots of his general right into the pikes. Maybe not the smartest thing to do with these here. Yeah, that was a terrible idea. He got some kills, but I set the pikes up, actually. So he just ran face first into pikes with his general. And just like that, his general routed. And that's how we did it. Everything just fell apart, just like that. That's the battle. That is our first noobish battle. We did another one immediately after this. We switched sides, same city, siege. Me and T versus Dr. David Death Ninja. Some people changed factions, I didn't, where me and T were defending, Dr. Dave and Death Ninja were assaulting, and it goes really weirdly. But let's take a look at the statistics here. 2,802 kills, top kills, but of course remember, kills don't mean everything when it comes to these battles. 1,125 losses, least losses, that at least means something based on how much I did. If you see my Shotel warriors here that were in the main line of combat on the walls the entire time, got plenty of kills to pay up for their own losses. Plenty. I lost almost all of them by the end of the battle. I didn't, like I barely lost any archers. This was due to a mistake. My archers got great kills, and aside from one little mistake, I didn't lose any archers. Pikes, they did alright once I started using them. Didn't really lose any. This died terribly to oil, because you can't turn off oil, unfortunately. This just lost stuff due to a noobish mistake. Didn't actually fight anyone. Same with the Ethiopian cavalry. I don't know what these 3 kills came from. Didn't lose anyone, neither with the general. My armored Shotel warriors never saw a battle. I found that so interesting. But yeah. T-Master on the other side lost pretty much everything except his spear wall. Some of his units did pretty well. A lot of them, not so much. He got torn down over here by Dr. Dave. He at least got more kills. No, he didn't. He lost more than he killed. That's unfortunate. It wasn't T's best battle, but do keep in mind, out of everyone here, T had the least amount of experience. This was his first ever battle in Rome 2, I believe. Dr. Dave getting 2,500 losses. Almost his entire army. Still not coming out positive on kills because he ended up losing a lot to me at the end there. Death Ninja getting the least amount of kills, only 822, mainly because of his tactics with the wall. Putting all his units up there and not moving the skirmishers out of the way of the towers was a big hit. He got the most losses, almost his entire army. Oh, man. Take a look at how his units there. Chosen, of Dave, his chosen sword bands, like, and shit did the best. Yeah, of course they did. His skirmishers didn't really do so hot. Neither did his general. His heavier infantry and stuff doing the best. Death Ninja. His cavalry. The real breadwinners here. Some of these units really held the wall for a while, which stopped me from assisting T and ending the battle earlier. So there's that. The skirmishers didn't get to do much. His slingers getting the most kills, killing my cavalry probably, unfortunately. For the most part though, his cavalry were the breadwinners here. They did massive damage strategically by knocking out T's general. Not even my Shotel warriors could save them, but it is what it is. That's the end of the battle. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Much different dynamic than the other Total War battles, right? I got more of this stuff coming up. Let me know. Shogun 2, Total War Warhammer, and this, which playlist has been your favorite so far? Which battles do you prefer the most? Do you want to see more of this? Would you like to take part in these battles? Join us in some more epic, large battles. Check out our community server in the description below. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I guess I'll see you on the next time. Bye-bye.